Yeah. So in the chapter 5, you kind of talked about change of perception.
Yeah.
Are you, what do you mean about change of perception? Is it like, for example, when the Africans when they like come overseas, they have this kind of change of perception on of how they see.
Of what you, of course, Africans have a perception of what Europe is. And when they
Okay.
come to Europe, some of those ideas or perception that they have about Europe, when they come to Europe, they don't find it. It changes. So, but the problem is, it's not the Africans in Africa, it's we in diaspora who have come to Europe. We've tasted it. We know how it feels. So we should be the one in position to educate them in Africa. Like, hey, here's how Europe is. Don't
Okay.
think you come to Europe, you get everything paid for. Don't think Europe is paved with gold. Don't think money grows on trees in Europe. Like, Europe is not what you think. So we have to educate them. But when you really take time to focus your attention in the Black community, one thing you have to realize is that there's a miseducation that is going on. People are not really
Okay.
honest with themselves. People are not honest with Africans in Africa. So most Africans that are in diaspora, that are living in Europe, they portray this lifestyle as if Europe is the paradise where we all have to be. So, and those Africans who are watching them from Africa, they think that's what Europe is, really. So the change of perception is really basically questioning that, listen, we in diaspora, we have responsibility to educate
Okay.
those in Africa what Europe really is, instead of lying or portraying Europe as this sort of heaven on earth place that we all have to come. And then when you look at the impact and the consequences of what we have done over the years during this process of miseducation,
Okay.
like you know Italy, you know how many people are crossing the Mediterranean Sea to come to Europe,
Yeah.
and you know how many people are dying. According
Yeah.
to the UN, I think United Nations, right? In 2018 alone, about 324,000 migrants died in Mediterranean Sea, drowned. So
Mm.
that is something we have to take seriously. Like, our people are trying to come to Europe because they see us portraying this lifestyle in Europe. So those are the things that we have to focus on and tell them, educate them. You understand me?